What would happen if one morning you stepped into a city where everyone claimed to know you, but not a single face felt familiar? What if you were welcomed into homes you had never entered, blamed for actions you never committed, and punished for words you never spoke? The more you tried to explain the truth, the more the world laughed, argued, and accused. This whirlwind of confusion and comedy forms the heart of the Comedy of Errors, one of the most entertaining plays by William Shakespeare. Today's lesson focuses on the Comedy of Errors, a famous comedy by William Shakespeare. It is one of Shakespeare's earliest plays and is written in a light, humorous style. However, beneath the laughter lies an important exploration of human identity, misunderstanding, and family bonds. The play is set in the ancient city of Ephesus and is built around a simple yet powerful idea. What happens when people who look exactly alike live in the same place without knowing of each other's existence? Through mistaken identity and rapid misunderstandings, Shakespeare creates comedy while also revealing how easily confusion can control human behavior. The play begins on a serious note with the arrest of an old merchant named E. John. According to the law of Ephesus, any merchant from Syracuse found in the city must be executed, unless he can pay a heavy fine. John cannot afford the fine and explains his tragic past to the Duke. Many years earlier, John and his wife were blessed with twin sons. Soon after, another set of twins was born as servants to the family. While traveling by sea, a violent storm destroyed their ship, separating the family. John lost his wife and one pair of twins, while he survived with the other son and servant. As his surviving son grew older, he left home to search for his lost brother, and John followed him in grief and hope. Moved by his story, the Duke grants John one day to arrange the money. Soon after, Antipholus of Syracuse arrives in Ephesus with his servant Dromio. Being cautious in the strange city, Antipholus gives Dromio money for safekeeping. When another servant appears and denies receiving the money, Antipholus is shocked and furious. This servant is actually Dromio of Ephesus, the twin brother of Dromio of Syracuse. Believing the city to be full of magic and witchcraft, Antipholus strikes the servant in anger. Confusion increases rapidly as Antipholus of Syracuse is approached by Adriana, who claims to be his wife. She accuses him of neglect and brings him to her home for dinner. Though disturbed and confused, Antipholus decides to go with her, suspecting that strange forces may be at work in Ephesus. At the same time, the real husband Antipholus of Ephesus returns home but is locked out of his own house. Adriana refuses to believe he is her husband and insists that he is already inside, humiliated and angry. Antipholus of Ephesus leaves in rage while the confusion continues to entertain the audience. The disorder reaches new heights when a gold chain meant for Antipholus of Ephesus is mistakenly given to Antipholus of Syracuse. When payment is demanded, Antipholus of Ephesus denies receiving the chain and is arrested. He sends Dromio to fetch bail money, but once again the wrong servant appears, bringing no help and deepening the madness. Adriana now believes her husband has gone mad and asks doctor to restrain him. Eventually, the situation reaches its climax when both Antipholus brothers appear together. For the first time, the truth becomes clear. The servants recognize their twins, the brothers embrace, and years of misunderstanding melt away. John is brought before the Duke and joyfully reunited with both of his sons. The Duke pardons John and peace is finally restored in Ephesus. Now students, let us look at the themes of the play. The central theme of the Comedy of Errors is mistaken identity. Shakespeare shows how easily appearances can mislead and how confusion arises when people judge without understanding. The play also explores family separation and reunion, the importance of patience, and the thin line between order and chaos in human life. Through humor and exaggeration, Shakespeare highlights real human weakness and emotions. Let me conclude. The Comedy of Errors is more than a play full of laughter. It is a reminder that confusion often grows when communication fails and assumptions take over. By the end of the play, truth restores order, families are reunited, and harmony replaces chaos. Shakespeare leaves the audience amused while quietly teaching the value of understanding and trust. Children, if this lesson helped you understand the comedy of errors more clearly, support your learning by liking, sharing, and subscribing. Keep exploring literature because every great story not only entertains but also teaches us something meaningful about life.